the title of your book is Why Does God Allow Evil? Right? And the title of this interview is actually The Problems of Evil, because there's a lot of different problems of evil. One of those is, how are we in any way responsible for what Adam did, thousands of years ago?
Well, that's a gigantic question. Why are we? How could we possibly be responsible for what Adam did? And there's a lot of theories that I could go into, but for me, the biggest thing of all is we inherited Adam's nature. We inherited Adam and Eve's nature. Where did you get your consciousness? Well, I'll tell you where you got your consciousness. You got your consciousness from your parents that got it from their parents, all the way back to Adam and Eve. That's where you got your consciousness. You inherited, you got your soul from Adam and Eve. In other words, we are a bunch of Adam and Eves running around today. And so I used to be a little bit confused about, well, why doesn't it talk? If that's the case, how come it doesn't talk about Adam in the Old Testament a lot more than it does? But see, back then I didn't realize that the word for man in Hebrew is Adam. And so every time you're seeing, like if it says son of man, it says it's son of Adam. Mm-hmm. Or when I send lions to kill man, and I send lions to kill Adam. I mean, the identification with Adam is entirely, every time, like I say, the man is used, just about every time in the Old Testament, it's the word Adam. I mean, so the reader of the Hebrew Old Testament, he would see Adam, Adam, Adam all the way through. And so we inherited Adam and Eve's nature, and our nature is fallen. And of course, then on top of that, what happened is God warned Adam and Eve. This is not mysterious. He warned Adam and Eve, if you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will surely die. And they ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And so God did several things. First of all, he told Eve that she would suffer, the childbearing would be much more difficult, which I think includes every aspect of everything from menstrual issues to menopause to just lots of problems in child raising, and that the man would rule over her. And then he says towards the man, about the man, he cursed the ground. When God looked at planet Earth and said, I curse you, what pestilence cannot have arisen from God looking at planet Earth and saying, I curse you? What pestilence, what disease cannot have arisen from God cursing the planet? And then, well, the last major thing he did is then he kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden, removed them from the Garden of Eden. And when he did that, he removed them from the rejuvenating power of the tree of life, and they began to die. And so we are all born into this outside the garden lifestyle. That's what we're born into. And we've inherited Adam and Eve's nature. So we're, like I say, a bunch of Adam and Eves running around. And the answer to that is you need to be born again into a new family. And that's what we're talking about here.